Day everybody, hope you're all doing well. It's the 11th of April, and after 2 weeks of Easter skin submissions, we've returned to normality. The skin creators back to making skins for their collections and making unique, interesting designs. Yes. So basically in this video, we're keeping an eye out for potential investments to make. We're looking for those delicious profits. If we see new skins being submitted into a collection, should we potentially jump in and invest to what already exists, expecting an increase in demand and a potential jump in price for the pre-existing skins? You get the idea. So that's what we're keeping an eye out for. And if we just hop out of here, as you can see, I'm on the front page of the Rust Workshop, and you might be thinking, well, how do I set up my own followed authors list? Well, I'll show you right now. So basically, I base my followed authors list mainly around all of the skin creators that are contributed to a skin which was then accepted. So take, for example, just this past week, we had the Easter week 1 skins being accepted, but let's just go over to here. Let's go take a look at the likes of this hat over here. What about this karaoke? What about this sweet door holes wooden door? Yeah. And basically, gentlemen, as you can see there in the accepted section, once you look at the actual skins, you can just scroll down, look to the bottom right, and you can see, look at that. It's a solo. It's Mr. Duck all by himself. He's the only skin creator to this. So what I'll do is, I like the skins that he makes. I'll go over to the workshop items. I'll make sure I'm following him because I want to see what else he makes in the future. I like what he makes, and I feel like that's a good thing to keep an eye out for. It's up to you who you look for. Maybe you want to see some wacky skins being. You want to keep an eye out for the wacky skins, or maybe you only want to see skins that are likely going to be accepted. You get the idea. It's up to you. You're the person in charge of what you follow. So here we have Mr. Sadist Karaoke for Easter. Very nice. Very silly. So let's just go follow him. And of course, yes, I already am. So all good. And then we have Mr. Shedmon. Now, one thing that I will point out to you, not all skins are made by solos. Sometimes you do get people that work in a pair. Take, for example, not too long ago, we had the likes of Pizza Hoodie and Pants, and here we are. Jimmick and Lysaint, they worked as a pair. So basically, what I'll do is I'd follow both of them. Sometimes you see a group of people. You might see up to 3, maybe even 4, maybe even 5. I don't know if there's a limit to how many people can collaborate with each other, but you'd want to follow each and every single one of those people that were involved in making the skin, because they're not always going to work with each other. Sometimes they might work with other people or work solo on their own things. And if you like the skins that they contributed to making, you're very likely going to want to see what else they make in the future. Simple as. So that's just one of the options. The second option is on a Monday, we tend to see a lot of skin submissions of a certain quality, basically the ones that are more likely to potentially being accepted. Basically, you want to go to the front page of the Rust Workshop, go to Browse, hover over it, click In-Game, and you'll see by default, all of the most popular skins. So these are all some of the newer skins, and they're all by popularity. But what we want to do is, on the Monday, you want to go to Most Recent. And typically on a Monday, but not today because it's Tuesday, on a Monday you're going to see most of the newest skins being submitted on that day because there is a certain deadline. Yes, that being TGG's top picks deadline. So every Monday, 23:59 PST, that is the deadline to being able to potentially being accepted into TGG's top picks. And if you've seen, he's been making top picks for a very long time. If I just go over to here, if I click this, and here we are. Yep, so there you are. And these top picks lists, they actually get shown to Facepunch themselves. So to get an improved chance of having your actual skin being seen by Facepunch themselves and, potentially being accepted, well, that's the thing to chase after. And of course, with every top picks, we then see a video made by that German guy as well. TGG, that German guy, same thing. So yeah, make sure to go give it a watch and get a good idea, get a good look at all of the new Easter skins. So that's week 2. Very interesting, very nice. And of course, don't forget to go through the list itself and vote for all the ones that you like and show support. Go to the actual pages itself and offer a nice comment or two. Simple as. So yes, that's just one of the many ways in which you can get yourself nice and set up with a followed authors list. You don't have to follow people purely with the intent of keeping an eye out for what potentially might be accepted. Rather, support the skin creators because you like what they're doing and you want to, give them a nice boost, give them a nice bit of support because, I want to see more goofy frog things, for example. I go follow Mr. Ideal. Simple as. And if you want, don't forget, we have this brand new list that I produced right here. This is the list of all of the newest skins that were submitted over this past weekend, and of course as of Monday. 120 skins to go through today, and there's a lot of skin continuations that we're going to be talking about. So I'm just going to take a real quick break, and then we'll get started. Right, guys, so yes, we're going to go through all of the deployables, then we're going to go through all of the tools and weapons, and then we're going to go through all of the armor and clothing. After each section, we'll stop for a bit, and I'll ask chat, hey, what was your most favourite skin? And yeah, you might be a bit surprised, but yes, I stream this every Tuesday. If you look in the description of the YouTube video, you can see that there is a link to my Twitch. Feel free to hop in whenever you like, ask a question, and we can try our best to help you out. But just to point out that every Tuesday I stream doing this video, and yeah, you can hop in and enjoy yourself, sit back, relax, and offer your opinions and whatnot. So yeah, we got all of these skins to talk about. We got a lot of skin continuations to talk about. Starting off immediately with the From Hell collection. Yes, we got the Locker from Hell made by Sir Q. So let's just go take a real quick look at this. And as we can see, it looks very nice. It looks very cool. Mr. Sir Q is making some very nice pictures for these. So yes, a glow-in-the-dark deployable, of course, because it's the From Hell collection, which has been around since 2018. Let's just go over to here. Yep. So the main point is we need to figure out if that locker were to be accepted, would it have a positive impact on all of the current skins that are available? And I'll be honest with you, with so many of these already here, I'm going to sit here and say probably not. Now, there is a bit of a thing that I've noticed over the past few years, and yes, past few years, because I was right, this has come out, this whole collection started off back in 2018. The newer skins tend to struggle, especially during the year. They only tend to really hold their value when times are good. So if a new locker skin were to be accepted, would it really have that much of a difference in all of these? Probably not. So I'm just giving you that heads up. Yes, we did very recently have the likes of the Jackhammer from Hell, but yes, as I said, with the most of these, the newer ones, they don't hold up very nicely. You might sit there and say, oh, but what about the rug? Well, that's a glow-in-the-dark rug, and it looks really cool, and you can cover your entire base in this, and it looks really cool. Also, glow-in-the-dark rugs technically are very useful pay-to-win deployable. If you don't have electricity in your base, you can use these to help navigate around your base. You get the idea. So, no, I don't think the locker would have that much of a positive impact on all of these skins. So, yeah, let's move on then. Good job there, Mr. Sir Q. We scroll down and now onto furnaces. We got the piping hot furnace made by Ya. Then we've got another continuation. Mr. Zinc has produced the Firefly's furnace version 2. Looking nice and green, and of course at night time. Oh, wow, nice, very pretty. So let's go take a look at the Fireflies collection. And thank you very much, Mr. Drifting Baby. Sorry about this. I understand you wanted to... Well, we did take a look at your thing just before we started this bit. But if you want to stick around and offer your opinion for all the things that we're taking a look at, I'd be very grateful. So, as I was talking about, we have the Fireflies collection here. We've only had 3 skins accepted so far, all deployables. And we have made a bit of a fuss fairly recently that we do tend to see deployables, deployable collections, where if a new piece were to be accepted, the pre-existing pieces tend to get a bit of a push in demand and a nice increase in price. And I feel like there's a potential for this with here. Now, by default, double wooden door skin will be in the positive because there's hardly any of these that exist. Double door skins in general, as in sheet metal and armoured as well, they're rare. I don't know why, but Face Punch doesn't like them for some reason. But yeah. If we were to see this being accepted, could this potentially be a nice positive on the other 2 skins? Well, here's something that took me by surprise. The sleeping bag and the sheet metal door, there's actually not many of them on the Steam market. So, let's just quickly change this to dollars. Yeah, by default, for every single rust skin on the Steam market, on average, you would see at least around 100 quantity on the Steam market for that skin. If it's less than that, it's got below average quantity. If there's more than that, it's got above average. You get the idea. So, yeah, this was a $2.49 skin, and oh, wow, it's got quite a lot of skins all below $2.49. Perhaps it's just not that in demand. Perhaps there's just not that much interest. Would there be renewed interest if we do see a new piece and, you know, we see the collection as a whole starting to grow? Maybe that could, you know, in theory, you would think yes. But then, of course, we also have to be prepared for the upcoming bad times. People are probably not super keen on this because it came out very recently. Very likely could be the answer. But then you got the sheet metal door here, which only has 30. There's only 30 quantity in the market. But then again, it's hardly any resistance. It could go all the way back up in price, maybe. But yeah, with hardly any quantity on the Steam market, that looks like it could easily jump up. But again, would that have a positive impact? I would sit here and say It's likely, but it's no guarantee. And of course, with the upcoming bad times about to happen, especially with the likes of the CS:GO tournament that's about to start in a few weeks' time, all Rust skins are expected to go down in price. It's unfortunate, but that is the way it is. So yeah, potentially it could have a nice positive impact, but there's no guarantees. But if we do keep seeing more Firefly skins being produced and potentially being accepted in the future, of course, then we will definitely see some nice impact. But yeah, let's move on. So, Mr. Kua has made a funny little flag design for a rug. He also made like a tattered version as well. In fact, I'll quickly show this to you. So that's the clean one, which is cool. And then, yeah, now we got like a tattered version as well, which with all the blood and the damage to it and whatnot, and you know, you can see how it's kind of thinning here as well. I thought that looked really cool, and that's a rug. And very recently, we have seen the likes of a lot of designs being submitted to the workshop with the pure intent of not really putting it on the ground, but rather treating it like a wall decoration. So cool stuff there, Mr. Kua, and of course, self-referential to Rust as well, the Cobalt logo and whatnot. I think it looks cool, and yeah. If you like what you see, remember, gentlemen, do not forget, for all the skins that we're going through today, this link, so to be able to see this whole entire link to what we're trying to say, the collection, the link is always in the description of the YouTube video, so, you know, feel free to open that up. Click the link, go through all the skins that we talk about today, and if you like those skins, please consider voting yes or no. If you like it a lot, you could also consider going to the page itself, go to the comments and offer a nice comment or two, you know. Nice encouraging words, motivation, all good, helps out the skin creators. And you know what? If you don't like the skin, if you feel like there's something wrong with it, if you think you could offer the right type of idea to help improve it, offer feedback. Be nice, be polite, just sit there and say, I think you should tweak it a bit. And hey, if that skin doesn't get accepted, maybe the skin creator will read what you said, take it into consideration, make a version 2 following what you said, and maybe it'll be accepted. And you contributed to that, you helped them out. So yeah, think like that. So all good. Let's now move on to sleeping bags. Mr. WAG has made a sushi sleeping bag. Ooh, that's a nice little rice pillow there. Ooh, looks pretty nice. Then we've got the Caterpillar sleeping bag made by Hashaki. Now we're moving on to storages. We have shotgun ammo. It's a wooden storage box made by Shaft. Court made a stack of books. One of them glows. What? How does that look? So you got that there. What does the glowing one look like? How? Is it just what? Oh, it's just the top. Okay. I was wondering what would be the reason behind it, but oh well. Now we got some continuations. Yes, Mr. Mishka. If you can remember, he's the guy that made the camouflage rug set and the camouflage doors. He has actually gone ahead and made some camouflage small boxes. I'm not sure why you'd need them to be camouflage, but it's a fun little gimmick, and let's go take a look at the camouflage collection. Hooray! Right. I hope I spelled it correctly. Camouflage net. Yes, here we are. So, here we are. It originally started off in late 2021 with the rugs. Very nice, very cool. And then last year, we saw the doors. Very surprised to see that the desert one wasn't accepted. It was a bit odd, but oh well. But yeah, point is, if we do see more of this collection getting new skins, could we potentially see a positive impact on these current skins? I will sit here and say, I have seen it happen before. When this appeared and was accepted, this went up very nicely. In fact, I can show you exactly how it all played out. So just go to the Steam market. Come on, Steam, don't die on me. Come on, you know you can work, please. Steam's still buggy if you're questioning this. Ah, no. Is it actually bugged? I don't think this is an actual requests issue. All right, let me turn on the old VPN. And do you work now, buddy? You just don't want to work for me, do you? There we go. All right, thank you. Oh dear. Anyway, so the thing I wanted to show you was, when was this being? This was accepted August 2022. So what we do is we just go back to August, and we'll see that nice spike in. Oh, look at that! There you go. Ta-da! So yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, is that a continuation in the collection? Double in price. So yeah, that happened. And ever since then, it's held up a pretty decent value. So basically, the point is, if we do start seeing some more camouflage net collection skins being accepted, we could potentially see that maybe happening again. Maybe the doors also have a positive impact. No guarantee, but it has happened before. Maybe with the pure expectation that we will see even more camouflage net skins being accepted in the future, we'll have the interest in all of these rugs go up in price. Just with this one being accepted caused these two to go up in price as well, because people were expecting more doors to be made and accepted as well. Did happen with the Arctic one. Didn't happen with Desert. I don't know what happened with the Desert one. I guess Face Punch just thought, So yeah, if we do see the likes of those small boxes potentially being accepted, there is a potential that we might see a nice bit of interest, but we shall see. There's no guarantees for everything, but we have seen it happen before. That's the point I want to get across. Mr. JJ, you have made a Green Lotus box, and this technically isn't a continuation, but it kind of is a continuation. What am I on about? Well, JJ, back at the very end of 2022, yep, that's correct, he had a Blue Lotus box that was accepted, and basically it was basically this, but blue. So I don't think it's going to cause the Blue Lotus box to go up in price. Where is it? There we are. Blue Lotus box right here. This was accepted towards the very end of 2022. Glows in the dark. Very nice. Much like the green one that we just saw there. But I don't think the green one being accepted would have an impact on the blue one. As I said, I don't even think you can consider them being a continuation of a collection. I don't know what happened, but yeah, JJ, he did try a lot to see his Blue Lotus collection grow. He made a lot of very nice looking skins, but Face Punch just never wanted to accept them. I don't know. I do not know. It's unfortunate. There were some very interesting looking skins, but Face Punch didn't like the double door. They didn't like the single door. They didn't like the large box. I don't know. It's awkward, isn't it? So unlucky there, Mr. JJ. But don't give up. Keep making some newer ideas and whatnot. Maybe make some armor. Blue Lotus armor. Maybe that'll work out well, mate. Consider that. Blue Lotus armor. Give it a shot. And if this does get accepted, then try it all again with the Green Lotus collection, or just keep making Lotus boxes. Make a whole color batch. I don't know. It's up to you. Couldn't hurt. Right. So let's now move on to large boxes. We have the military large box made by Jiba. And then we got the more attempts at trying to make a storage collection. We got paint drip cloth storage made by Darky Watt. Then we got the Tor Case Guns storage made by Monomic Man. Then we got Shredder Box made by Haysiam. Haysiam. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm very sorry. And what do we see here? It's a continuation of the Abyss Collection. So, here we go. Abyss Collection. This has developed quite nicely. Not that one, this one. Yes, it's all deployables, and yes, the pre-existing deployables have been doing rather well. So, let's get this all across. We saw these two appear, and then when this appeared, we thought, all right, will these two have a nice positive impact? Well, they did. They're comfortably in the positive. There is 125 of these in the market and 82 of these in the market, and I think the Furnace actually had a bit of a buyout today, so let's just go take a look at that. So, the garage door right here, currently just below $4, but what I want to show you is how many of them are on the Steam market. It's very thin. It could easily go up even more in price. So, more deployable skins potentially being accepted would cause a spike in demand for this, and of course an increase in price, and that increase in price could very easily happen. Hardly any resistance. Abyss Furnace, I scroll down, take a looky, and yeah, up to $4, looking very strong. Maybe it's a good idea to jump in, maybe do an extra buy order, maybe actually go ahead and buy some. But the one thing I wanted to point out is, yeah, 98 got bought today. Perhaps someone saw that this was happening, and as in they saw the large box being submitted, and they estimated, right, surely we're going to see even more deployables being submitted and accepted over the course of the next few weeks. Maybe I should jump in. Maybe I should buy out some Abyss Furnaces. Purely with the expectation, the speculation that this will go up even higher in price. So that is basically what we're here for. So this large box, will it have an impact? I believe it will. It very likely will have a nice positive impact on the sheet metal door, which at the moment is ever so slightly in the negative. However, it only recently just came out. It's only just about getting its footing. So if we do see the large box being accepted, I think that will go up positively as well. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're keeping an eye out for. So it does look like this will have a nice positive impact on all 3 of these skins. So do you want to jump in and buy some of these free skins? It's up to you. It's in your hands. It's a bit of a risk, but, it's a trend that we have been keeping track of over these past several months. So, yeah, it's up to you. Mercy has made some blue and green electronics large wood boxes. So, okay, well, yep, that's all the large boxes right there. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. And now let's move on to doors. Starting off with the Burnt Bone Metal Door version 2, made by Sodsender. Looking pretty cool there. In fact, give it a real quick look because it's pretty gnarly looking. Look at it. Well, the skull, the horns, and then it also glows in the dark. There's a glow-in-the-dark version. So yes, very cool. Then we've got the sheet metal door, the disposal sheet metal door made by Lee. Very cool. Then we've got the pop-up sheet metal door, in reference to all those annoying pop-ups you used to see on those old computers. We got the Star Magic door made by Alex Valera Work, which is a pretty cool looking design, as you can see here. Wow, that's nice. Jukebox sheet metal door. Someone did mention it. Someone mentioned the vending machine jukebox. I don't think this is made by the same person. Or is it? You know what? I care enough to give it a shot. Let's go find out. Evan, you have been gone for quite some time, haven't you? So let's just go see if you actually were the person that made the jukebox. It's not appearing. It's probably not called jukebox. So what was it called then? Let's go to the vending machines. And let's go find it. It was called Just the Music Box, and who made it? It was curated by Mishka and Demon. So yeah, all right. So yeah, I don't think it's not part of the same collection. So oh well. We got Necro Organics Metal Door made by Drug Vlad. Very cool looking design here. We got the Ping Sheet Metal Door made by Igor. Glows in the dark. Very nice. We've got Metal Miner's Door made by 9K. And we've got Monsters Armored Door right here. So, this was supposed to be over here. I got them a bit mixed up. Don't worry. This is a nice talking point. Monsters Armored Door is a continuation. Monsters Armored Door was made by Keke, and you know what? I can just go here. I can click Keke, and I can just go down here and take a look. So, do you remember Urban Night Door? Do you remember Monster Garage Door? Yeah, he had a fun little collection here, but it's technically speaking a loose collection. They aren't referenced by the same name, so I don't think people would be going crazy to jump in and buy these. They're already old and vintage, so they're already expensive. I don't think people will be jumping in, but yeah, technically speaking, they are a loose collection. A loose collection. Yeah, that is connected to that, and it's quite literally made by KK. So cool to see it. Let's see if it potentially gets accepted, and yeah, but I don't think it's going to cause this and this to jump up in price. That's the point I'm trying to make. Then we have a garage door. So this is made by Mr. Verona, and if you can remember, Friendly Collection has been around for quite some time. We saw a few of those friendly skins being accepted last year. So let's go take a look at this. Damn it. Right, here we are, Friendly Collection. It's the Friendly Wooden Door. And, no, it's just the Friendly Wooden Door. Oh, wow, we've gone through a lot of submissions to continue this collection, and they weren't accepted. How awkward. So, would the garage door cause this to potentially go up in price? Probably not. Wooden doors aren't super in demand, are they? It's a bit awkward. Sorry. I yawn. When I talk for too long, I yawn. It's a problem I have. My apologies. But yeah, that should have gone before this. It was a bit of a mistake, but my apologies. I'll fix that when when it's all uploaded and whatnot. So, cool. Good stuff there, Mr. Verona. Then we got the Death Machine made by MM. And then we got the Armored Door. Yes, Freddy has returned. He probably thought, right, that garage door wasn't accepted immediately. I guess I'll go ahead and make an Armored Door. And what am I talking about? Well, we fairly recently did see Mr. Freddy making a armoured garage door. Very cool. Blended in quite nicely with the walls of the, you get the idea, the armoured door wall, armoured walls, sorry. But yeah, it wasn't accepted immediately. He probably thinks, you know what, I need to get this one out instead. So technically speaking, I guess this still could potentially be in contention to be picked. But if you can also be aware of the fact that Freddy is the person who's been producing all of these resources doors. So if I just go over to here, and yep, resource collection. He's the person who's been making all of these with Kruger. And yeah, that's what that looks like at the moment. Now, would that armoured door potentially have a nice impact on all of this? No. This is all struggling. It's a loose connection again. They are all made by the same person. They are all in reference to a certain resource, but no, it's not going to cause all of this to go up in price. I'm just being realistic with you. So yeah, cool stuff. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no for it. Please consider going to the actual page and offering a nice comment. And now we're on to metal double doors. Mr. Sendox here with the broken metal double door here. Antonio with the spaceship sheet metal double door here. Jürgen Guster with the launch site double door. Get a good look at that. Referential to launch site. Very nice, very cool. And this also has a glow-in-the-dark version that I just wanted to quickly show you. That looks nice and spooky, so that looks cool. There we have a return of the Bismuth collection. Yes, earlier this year we did see the likes of the Bismuth door. Yep. So Wirecat, he has decided to try and continue this. It's not the first skin he's tried to make to continue it. He had made can't go far back now. Sorry, I don't mean to yawn. Armored door. Yeah, he had an armoured door. He tried to get that accepted. That didn't happen. You also made something else I can't seem to remember. We can just go through here, though, because, of course, I should show it off. So, yep, that's the non-glowing version. And then this is the glow on the glowing version. Bit bright, isn't it? But what else did you make fairly recently that was trying to continue that collection? Was it only the armoured door? You made an armoured... Yeah, he made 2 armoured doors. Yeah, one with and without glow. So, yep, nice to see a potential return to it. Could it have a positive impact on that sheet metal door? I'd like to think it would. But sheet metal doors at the moment, well, all we've got to do is just go over to here. Sheet metal doors that have come out so far this year. How many of them are currently in the positive? Let's go take a look. I scroll up, I go by newest, and what do I see? Oh dear, yeah, they're all in the negative, unfortunately. Only the stone door is managing to stay up, but I think that's down to manipulation, so yeah, it's awkward, isn't it? We haven't seen as many as we did like last year. Last year we were getting tons and tons and tons of them. We've had a decent amount this year, but even then, all down in the negative. It's unfortunate, so by default, if we were to potentially see a double sheet metal door, would it have that much of an impact on the likes of our Bismuth door over there? Not by a lot, really. I think we'd need to see a whole lot more deployables being made and accepted for that sheet metal door to get dug out of that hole it's in. It's already down by 57%. It's awkward, isn't it? But individually, that sheet metal double door, oh, that would do greatly. If it were to be accepted, by default, because we don't see many sheet metal double doors being accepted, they will easily, comfortably rise up in price. So, just saying. And lastly, out of all of the deployables, here's the last one. Cavency returns to make another armoured double door. Yes, it's not a version 2 for some reason, I guess, but he definitely made an armoured door before. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It was late last year. So, yeah, get a good look at this. And this was... The Constellations collection was the main collection I was using most of this year to teach people the idea of a deployable collection, because when this garage door was accepted, it caused these two to jump up in price. So just get a good look at that. 12th of January 2023. Let's go take a look at these two. What happened on the 12th of January 2023? We scroll down. What do we see? Oh, yeah, you know, a nice spike in demand. So spike in demand equals a spike in price, and loads of people suddenly cared about it. Loads of people suddenly wanted it. And, of course, if you already owned some of these, you probably made a very decent profit. Same thing applies to the sheet double door. We'll scroll down. What happened to you 2 on January. Oh, wow, it had a nice spike in demand. So, you get the idea. This is what we're trying to keep an eye out for. Could we potentially see the exact same thing happening to all 3 of these skins if we were to see the likes of this potentially being accepted? I think it could. I think it likely would. But you've got to sell it fairly quickly when it happens if it was to be accepted. And by default, with that being a double armored door, I would expect that to do quite nicely as time goes on as well. But I don't expect it to be accepted because we don't really see many double armored doors being accepted each year. 1 on average, and we already had one, which was the bombshell double armored door. So we shall see is basically the answer. All right, that was all of the deployables, people. Remember what I said? Go to the description. Go to the description of my YouTube video. You can see the link to this whole collection there, and you could go through all of these, vote yes or no for the ones that you liked. And don't forget, if you really want to comment, feel free to go to the actual page itself of a certain skin, and feel free to offer a nice comment or two. Maybe it's feedback, maybe it's just a show of support. Please consider doing whatever you can. So, my chats, hello Twitch, how you doing? Do you have any of these, deployables interesting to you? What was your most favourite deployable that we just went through? What has taken your interest? What do you like? What was your most favourite deployable skin that we just showed off right here? Crypto Punisher, They Live, Drifting Baby, Crime Land, Gentlemen. That guy says he likes Constellation. Yep. That guy, I really do. I'd like to see more double armor doors being accepted. It would be a nice thing to see. I love the Abyss collection. So you're a fan of the Abyss large box? I'll be honest with you, loads of other people are as well. Lots of people are really digging the design of this. Mr. Little Ranger and Mr. Graham Crowan doing a very good job so far. Looking very cool. And Constellation or From Hell. Yep. And you want the camo boxes, do you, Spooky? Not Spooky, Spaceman. His name's Spaceman Suki, and I read it too quickly and called him Spooky. And you know what? I think I should call you Spooky from now on. But yeah, I will give it to Mishka and whatnot. He did a very good job showcasing it being camouflaged. Why would you have your boxes outside, though? Think. Mishka, that's not a good idea. Oh, well. All right. Let's go all the way down to here. Shall we begin the weapons and tools? Let me just take a real quick drink of the water. And we can get started. So, to start off, we have Old Plush Friend, Rock, made by Decap, also known as Decapitator. Red Rex has made a bullet. Yes, it's a bullet bone knife. Yep, it's definitely bone knife. Just wanted to make sure what it was. Now we've got we've got a continuation of the Frog collection. Pog Frog, Pog Frog, Pog Frog. We got the Frog Club, yes. Would you like to join the Frog Club? Would you like to join the Pog Frog Club? Gentlemen, get a good look at this. It is a Bone Club skin. We don't see many of those being accepted, do we? So let's go over to here. We're going to type Frog Collection. We've recently been bestowed the beauty of the Frog Furnace and the Frog Rock. Yes, what a lovely sight they are. Now, if we were to see this being accepted, would it have a positive impact on these two? Probably. A lot of people probably would like to see the traction gained with more frog skins being accepted. So yeah, it's a very big uvula. I think that's actually supposed to be a tongue. I'm not 100% sure. He's also very angry looking, isn't he? But if we were to see this being accepted, would it have a positive impact on these? Probably not this one. But if we ended up seeing another skin and another skin and another skin, and we start to see this really develop into a collection, I wouldn't be surprised if all of the frog skins potentially go up in price. Give it maybe one YouTuber to make a silly series talking about all of these frog skins and using them in a video series and whatnot, then yeah, you're very likely going to see these easily go up in price. It's silly, it's goofy. Yeah, I think a lot of people will greatly appreciate hit their Frog Rocks in the future. And as we see more potential skins being accepted, only more will people graciously enjoy their skins. So yeah, you get the idea. If we see more, yes, there is a potential positive for the future. And I just wanted to show these goofy gifs. It's got a little dance for you. Hey, good job there, Mr. Ideal. So, if you like it, please consider going to the description, click the link to the collection, and vote yes or no for the skins that you like. And don't forget, if you really do like it, you can go to the comment section itself and offer a nice comment or two, much like these Mr. Skelly. Hey, thank you very much. Right, Mr. Snake Eyes, you have produced a bone knife, combat knife. I don't know what's going on there, but yep, that happened. Dead Poet's Knife, made by Universe Kid. He made a knife that looks like a feather. And I'll be honest with you, that's cool. You did a very cool job with that. You did a very cool job with that. Now we've got the salvage sword. So we've got sword feather. This is not another feather. This is actually just, kind of... it's got a slight bit of transparency and detail to make it look as if it's a feather. But yeah, that's a salvage sword. So just wanted to point that out. Got the handcrafted harpoon. Looks as if it's crafted out of a big whalebone, so that's cool. And then we got the continuation of the military collection. We've got the modern military salvage sword. So let's go take a look at all of this. Military collection, let's go over to you. Yes, you might sit there and say modern military, but Face Punch always changes it to... that's the wrong one. Face Punch always changes it to military. We've got like 3-4 different versions of a military collection. Which one's the right one? I believe it's this one. Yes, here it is. So, if we saw a salvage sword being accepted, would it have a positive impact on all of these? I don't think so. No, I don't think that salvage sword is going to cause all of this to go up in price. But yeah, we've had many skin submissions for all of this, but a salvage sword isn't going to cause all of this to change. So yeah, just nice to see, but not really going to have that much of an impact. Right, Bonebreaker bow. That is a continuation of a collection, I believe, because we did see a Bonebreaker crossbow being accepted quite some time back. I can't fully remember, but yep, Horror Meow, Yankake and Little Barurik. If we just go over to here, Bonebreaker. I think you had a crossbow to start off with. Yeah, and it's all you have. Oh dear. But yeah, if we saw the bow being accepted, would it cause this to go up in price? I don't know what would happen to it, really. It's already hit a low point. It's barely over $1. Not the best position to be in. But I guess if we do see some more Bonebreaker skins being submitted and accepted, it will work out quite nicely for it. But a bow skin, would it have that much of an impact on this? No, it's not going to happen. So, yeah. Nice to see it, but I don't think it's going to have that much of a difference. And then we see Cargo Heli Crate. So yes, back to it. It's another continuation. You might remember Cargo Heli Collection with the nice use of transparency and whatnot and the glow-in-the-dark screens here. Yep, so I'm talking so much. Cargo Heli. We've had a few skins accepted here and there, deployables and weapons, I believe. Yep, we've had the crossbow. So we've had a lot of ideas being made and hardly any of them being accepted, which is a bit unfortunate, but yeah. Small box, cargo heli locker, large box, the satchel charge, the heli crossbow, and of course the cargo heli armored door. Haven't seen a skin accepted since 2022. Could we see potentially the first one to be accepted in 2023? It kind of looks cool, I will give it that. It does look rather cool. Got a nice bit of transparency there as well. This is the only image that we can work with. But yeah, this is made by Vlek. So, yep, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Which of these bows potentially might get accepted? It's in your hands. Use your votes. Go forth. Do what you can. Now on to tools. We have Anubis Dunk's Stone Avocado Pickaxe and Avocado Stone Hatchet. So yes, get a good look at that. Then we have the special hatchet and special pickaxe made by Pretex. Now we're moving on to handguns. We've got the Ioka Aspid. Then we've got the Demonic Revolver made by McQuarrie. And then we've got a continuation of the No Mercy collection. It's the No Mercy Revolver version 2. Get a good look at this, gentlemen. No Mercy's been around for a very long time. It's the most successful collection to get the most acceptances. So let's go take a look at that. No Mercy. Will there be a massive impact if that revolver skin were to be accepted? Well, as I said, this already has the most skins accepted in its collection compared to all of the other collections. And as we can see here, there's a ton of skins, and I will point out to you, a revolver skin isn't going to have a massive impact on all of this. Now, you can buy it if you want, but it's not like a revolver skin being accepted here isn't going to change anything. It's already had those many instances where a new skin appears and then it all goes up in price. With so many skins already out now, another skin isn't going to really cause a big shift in all of these. So, and the main thing I will point out is we've already got all the core pieces and clothing pieces and whatnot. So yeah, those would only really be the final things that people would really go crazy for. And yeah, when times are good, this does good, and when times aren't so good, quite a few skins here and there do quite bad. So just something to be aware of. A revolver isn't going to cause all of that to potentially go up in price. So yeah. But by default, a revolver skin, oh, that would be very nice. They tend to be very nice investments because we hardly ever see them being accepted. The last revolver skin to be accepted was the colourful revolver back in August of 2022. It's been 8 months almost. Oh, damn. Right, let's go on to semi-automatic pistols. We've got the semi-automatic pistol Angel Killer made by... Can't read that. Oh, by the way, this was made by Bad Trip. Just wanted to point that out. Bad Trip and Hulk. Just wanted to point that out. Bad Trip and Hulk. Yeah. Okay, I can't read that. I'm sorry. Right, Kyber has made 3 different versions of his line arts. So we've got line art blue, line art orange, and line art red. Which one's your favourite? Consider voting. Then we've got the remote control sap made by Ice Mile. And then we have a continuation of the Chemical Burn collection. It's the Chemical Burn sap. Oasis... It's you and another person, if I can... Yep, Schumer. Oasis and Schumer. Guys, I keep telling you, I want to see armour. Show me Chemical Burn armour. I think that would look really, really, really cool. Your weapons are nice, but I think to really get the best out of showcasing the Chemical Burn collection, you want to start making Tier 3 or Tier 2 armour, and then do all the burns all over it. I think that would look awesome. You can even have some sorry about that. I just moved my... I just hit my mic there. Sorry. Yeah, you could have like transparency for where all the chemicals are burned through and it look all damaged and really weird to look at. That'd be awesome. Don't fear trying it out. All right? Give it a shot. But yeah, would this sap potentially have a big impact on the remaining or already existing chemical burn collection skins? Trying to find out what was the most recent one. How far back do I have to go? Was it March 30? We had a SAR, didn't we? Here we are. Yeah, we've got 2 skins, and yeah, they sold quite low amounts. So yeah. Oh, have a good night, Mr. Drifting Baby. Sorry if I talked quite a bit, but I do have 120 skins to go through. But I hope you enjoyed yourself, and feel free to hop back whenever you like. Okay, so yeah, Chemical Burn collection. If we saw a sap being accepted, would it have a positive impact on these 2 skins? Probably not. These did not have that much interest. They sold very low, but hey, with a very low amount of these in circulation, perhaps it likely would be, maybe they're both vulnerable to being manipulated. That's the thing that we have been talking about quite a lot recently. But basically, guys, by default, unfortunately, I don't think this is going to have much of an impact. When the collection is only weapon skins, we don't really see that much of an impact with a new skin being accepted. So that's something we've been keeping track of over time. So yeah, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no for it. Now we're on to Pythons. We've got Normie Python made by GXT Face. Then we've got White Raiders Python made by Legacy. Then we got the Lime Python made by Destroy 007. And then we got the Custom SMG, JPEG Custom SMG made by GBG. So let's go take a real quick look at that. JPEG collection. It's got quite a lot already out. We've got Tier 2, we've got Hoodie Pants, we've got some Deployables, we've got a whole bunch of weapons. Would a Custom SMG have a massive positive impact to cause all of this to go up in price? No. No, that's not happening. The only real thing that would cause a massive impact would be Tier 3 armour, which they have tried for, but unfortunately wasn't accepted twice. Maybe complete the sets will happen. We shall see. So that's not happening until at least September. So something to potentially look forward to, but yeah, that's not going to cause a massive spike in demand or price. So yeah. Mr. Ronnie39's made a fairly cool looking Thompson, as we can see here. Yes. Nice bright pink. Got little chains on the side as well. That looks cool. Then we got Narcos. Okay, so this was one of the skins that was submitted last week. That came out during the Easter batch. I thought I'd just add it to this, but yeah, SMKSS, you submitted that during the Easter week. So, I mean, it's not like you don't. You don't do it. But yeah, just to point out, we have 2 SMKSS skins here. So yeah, he submitted that last week. I thought maybe I'll put it in with this. Yeah. So yeah, Combat Ready MP5 made by Silt. Then Recon MP5 made by SMKSS. Mr. Xenon has continued to make his Way of the Samurai collection, but he hasn't had a skin accepted yet. But get a good look at that. Pretty cool looking samurai design. There he is. Huzzah. Yes. And what we do have here is a continuation of the Redemption collection. It's the Redemption MP5 version 2. Mr. Slonoster, let's get a good look at that wonderful pink violet. What do you call this? Pink gold? I think it's pink gold. Oh, we've got a green tip there on the... Oh, that's helpful. So anyway, Pink Gold Redemption Collection. We've only had the LR300, haven't we? Mr. Slenoster has been making more skins for the collection. They haven't been accepted, unfortunately. I guess it's basically down to bad timing. Like, he made a Thompson skin when a Thompson was literally just accepted and all of that. It's a bit awkward, but hey, he's been sticking with it. A lot of people really did like the LR300. There was a lot of support for the redemption skins in the workshop, so people do want it, but Face Punch just... I mean, it's in their hands. It's weird. It is weird, but, you know, if you like it, would you like to vote for it? If this was to be accepted, would the LR300 potentially go up in price? I don't think so. Yeah, again, it's a case of when it's just weapons. It's its own thing. Slowster, please consider making deployables and or armor and clothing with that redemption collection. I think a lot of people would greatly appreciate that. I think that might be your next step if you are up for the challenge. So yeah, redemption would be really cool. I think as armor and clothing or doors and whatnot. Give it a shot. Couldn't hurt. But yeah, very cool design. Nice to see it. See you returning to it, and let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Now we've got the Curio Sport pump shotgun made by Kusel. Then we got the double barrel nana. Barrel nana. Da, 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 barrel nana. So yes, this is made by Debsky and Mr. PYH. How do you pronounce it? Nobody knows. But yes, we got the double barrel nana. It's a big banana. Double barrel banana to be precise. So yes, let's go to the banana skins, which we can see right here because we had a crossbow accepted very recently. So we got these two. Would another weapon skin cause these to go up in price? Well, we've already talked about this. Probably not, no. We need to see some banana clothes, Mr. Debsky and Mr. PYH. Bring us the clothes and armor. Let us dress up as bananas. You know, you want to do it. We need it. We're not dressed up as a banana. Maybe give them pajamas. Bananas in pajamas. Yeah, whatever. Right. LR300 times. Right, we got the Glitz LR300. Then we got the LR300 Deep in Jungle, made by Kuvahu, which I do believe is a continuation of the Deep in the Jungle collection. Instead of frogs, we're now moving on to... what are they called? Chameleons, yes. So let's go take a look at that. Deep in the Jungle. Huh. Did they change the name of the skin? Oh no, it's called Deep Jungle. Yeah, we've only got one skin. Deep Jungle AK. That came out quite recently. Turns out I bought 30 of them. Oh dear. But I bought them for fairly cheap. I only did a buy order. So yep, cool looking frog. But now we're moving on to chameleons. So... yeah, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice word or two. You know, comment. That's what I meant to say. Sorry about this. I'm really sore for some reason. I'm very sorry. I'm kind of in pain as I'm talking, so I might need to take a bit of a break after talking about all the weapons. But yeah, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no for it. Maybe we'll just see a whole bunch of amphibians and reptiles for the whole collection. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, it's in your hands, gentlemen. Please consider voting yes or no. Now on to AKs, we've got the Savage Eyes AK, made by Fresh. We've got Shino making their Pink Mentation AK-47. We've got the Tier 3 AK-47 made by Lodi, basically Tier 3 workbench, very silly, tee-hee. Confusion made a very wooden-looking squirrel shot, so basically all the squirrels have been storing all their nuts in the AK, pretty silly. But what we have here is a continuation of the Arctic Skull LR300. Yep, so Mr. Alloy has made another Arctic Skull collection skin. And just to show you the GIF... I didn't mention that. When you remove the magazine, you take away his jaw. So, yep, this is made by Alloy and Hook, and you can get a good look at that in the GIF. You took away his jaw. Look what you did. Look what you did. All good. So yeah, let's go take a look at the Arctic Skull LR300. Where are you? Arctic Skull LR. Yep, right now it's down to $1.30. Guys, honestly, it's going to struggle by default because it's an LR300. Could the AK potentially save it? I don't think so. No, I don't think it's going to magically cause that to instantly jump in price. You got 20 of them dumped on you, did you, Mr. Cheese? Well, got to keep an eye on your buy orders, don't you? So, yeah. We might be seeing some more Arctic Skull skins potentially being accepted. Let's see. It's in your hands, gentlemen. Please consider voting yes or no. And if you like it, you could even possibly offer a nice comment. We got the Camo L96, made by Papa Carl. And then back to it with another continuation. We've got the Cybercode LR, Cybercode L96. So let's go hop over and show that off. Cybercode L96, very nice. Seeing the Matrix again. Let's go take a look at the Cybercode collection made by Mr. Eros. You've been quite successful with this so far. 4 skins accepted, 4 not accepted. But yeah, all of them in the negative. Again, when you only see weapons being accepted in the collection, they don't really cause the pre-existing weapons to go up in price. The only real thing that's going to have much of an impact on this is if we start seeing clothing and armor being accepted. So, yeah. If we do see this being accepted, I don't think the other skins are going to really jump up in price that much. So, we've made that point already. Let's move on. Mr. Jessen made a Jackpot rocket launcher. Jackpot. Cool. Slots. Oh, that's cool. And then we have the Copper M249 made by Duck. Yes, Mr. Duck has produced another copper skin. We've recently seen the likes of the Copper AK, very nice. Well, now we've got a lovely police-branded M249 to shoot all the bad people, you see, to shoot all the bad people. So, Copper Collection, how you doing? When we saw the Copper AK being accepted, we actually did see a bit of an interest in the clothing and armor skins. That did happen. But of course, the L96 wasn't accepted, and yeah. That's alright, Mirexon. If you could wait until after stream, we'll sort out your problem, right? We'll sort it out after stream. Okay, so, Copper AR, that appeared. We did see a bit of an interest in all of this, but yeah, I think it could happen again. People do kind of like the Copper collection, but with the likes of these two, they're super oversaturated in comparison to all the other pieces. But yeah, if we start seeing some more weapons and whatnot, maybe some deployables, I think there would be a very nice bump in interest and of course prices for these skins. So yeah, very nice, very cool. So yeah, an M249 could have a nice positive impact. Yes, Mr. Merexion, please can you wait until after the stream, sir? Gentlemen, we've just shown off all of the weapons and tools. Do you reckon you liked any of these skins? Chat, can you tell me what was your most favourite weapon or tool skin? What took your interest? What are you looking forward to? What would you like to see potentially being accepted? Chat, feel free to start saying what was your most interesting skin. No Mercy Revolver and, of course, the Redemption MP5. All right. So, yeah, those were some 2 very interesting looking skins. Revolver, looking quite nice, black and white. And then, of course, we got the Redemption MP5. So, yeah, those are both very nice potential candidates. That's a nice batch of choices there, Mr. That Guy. Cheese Taco, Spaceman Suki, Ronnie 39s, Wolflin Jr., Glassholio. Do you have any interesting skins? Were any of the skins that we just saw interesting to you? Anyone? Recon MP5 and the Glitz LR. Alright, let's go take a look at those. Oh, they're down here. Where is the Glitz LR? And the Recon MP5. Alright. So, that is quite shiny. Here we are. Oh, it's a bit slow loading. Remember, Steam's still being a bit weird. But yeah, and you can see it all moving around. It's holographic. Ooh. Ooh, actually it doesn't really change colour that much. It's just the shine. Oh, imagine if we could have holographic. I know you'd like to try it, wouldn't you, Mr. Samota? But yep, cool looking design. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. But then, of course, you also have this. The Recon MP5 made by SMKSS and Mr. Marduk. So, yep, that's cool. All right. So, with that out of the way, we're now going to move on to Armour and Clothing. Let's begin. Barbarian Poncho and Bandana made by Mr. Novirum. Let's just quickly see what that looks like. Is that... It's more like Barbarian brand than natural Barbarian design, I guess. It's got like... Are those leaf patterns or... I don't know. But yeah, that's... yeah, Barbarian Poncho and Bandana made by Novirum. Then we got the Hollow Snake Hide Poncho and Deer Skull Moths made by Mr. Uport. I think this was... Oh, it's a server skin. Oh, okay, I have to remove that. Snake Eyes made that for a server. I'll remove that. Yes, it's the return of the pirate collection. Mr. Y9J came through. He realised we need more pirate clothes. We need to dress up for the part. Gentlemen, get a good look at this. We've got pirate hide shirt and pants. Gentlemen, get a good look at this. We just need a hat, right? Listen to me. Y9J, where's my pirate hat? Captain's hat or a pirate bandana for the head. You know, I'd do that red if you can. But yeah, looks like we're potentially going to get more of these. Hide shirt and pants to point that out as well. So obviously to go quite nicely with the poncho and the bandana. Do you reckon that's a nice setup there? Well, we've recently did... Yeah, well, it's right there. It's right there. Quite conveniently, I already had the page up. So this is the current look at the pirate collection. Let's just get this loaded up. Come on, SMM. Come on. You can do it. 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 No, yep. Well, I think it died on me. Right, anyway. So, yeah, this had 38,494. Oh, dear. I did point this out. That's looking to be a bit of a troubling thing for it. Let's just go over to here. So, Pirate Bandada. They didn't change the name. It was still called Bandada. That's a little bit unlucky. But, yeah, this is currently selling for $1. There's 134 of them on the market. Not surprising because there's 38,000 plus that were bought. But I did point this out. If this was to turn into a proper collection, it very likely will hold its value and it very likely would stay in the positive from the Rustore price. So, with us knowing about that, we were expecting to potentially see some new skins being made. And, well... Y9J did point out, and here we are. So, ta-da! Would this have an impact, a nice positive impact, on these two skins? Yes, clothing and armor skins tend to have the biggest impact when we see new pieces being accepted. Now, mainly, I will point this out that it's usually with the core pieces where we see it most. However, with the likes of the pizza collection, with the bandana and a poncho coming out first with the pizza collection, when we saw new pieces being accepted, those shot up in price by a lot. Like that pizza poncho went up to about $9 at one point. So yeah, no, actually I think it went even higher because some people were trying to manipulate it, and then it went down a bit. Yeah, so they're both shot up in demand and price basically. So, yep, this is kind of sitting there nice and comfortably at the moment. And if we do see more pieces, Pirate Poncho could easily jump up in price. So yeah, this potentially would have a great positive impact. So that's cool. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider going to the actual page itself. And wait, let's see. What comments do I see? What comments do I see? Well, can't say that. Can't say that. Right. So now we've got the watermelon right helmet made by Mr. Kelmo Legend. Oh, did you steal this from that cat picture? Yep. Do you want to have a nice watermelon helmet? Well, the option's right there and available to you. We got Marco producing the rattlesnake pants and hoodie. We got Dark Schneider producing Mountain Rescue Team hoodie and pants. I was a little bit confused. I was trying to figure out what does that exactly mean. But when you see like the wires and the hooks and the body and whatnot, now you get it. It's like people have to go rescue people that are stuck in mountains. And it says it right there in the name. You get the people who get lost in hikes and whatnot or rock climbing situations. So they're there and they're ready to help you out. All you got to do is give them a call. So yeah, cool. Right, then we got the teddy pants and hoodie with two versions made by Demon. So you got the light grey one and darkish grey one, and then you got the nice brown one right there. Johnny Oldboy has produced a nice, fairly, what would you call that? It's not salmon pink. It's not pink. It's kind of like a very bright reddish pink cutie tracksuit hoodie and pants. So hey, it's up to you. If you like what you see, consider voting yes or no. It's up to you. If you want to dress up like that, I wouldn't run in the grass. People notice you very easily. But you know what you could dress up as? Cheese! Yes, Mr. Mike has produced cheese. Cheese, Titu, hey! So yeah, if you want to dress up like cheese, it's there. It's there. Probably make a sandwich, get some bread, you know. Alright, so here's the main thing that we were waiting for. This is the main thing where we really do get down to it and start talking. Basically, guys, what we have here is the hard suit tier 2. This is the final core piece to the hard suit collection. So let's go take a look at that. So, as I said just before, In fact, I could show this right now. Just before the April week started, we saw the likes of the Hardsuit collection getting tier 3. And just the week before, we had the hoodie and pants. And this isn't a surprise. What we see here, with this currently being the negative, hasn't surprised me one bit. There are people who are impatient. They bought into this, and they didn't instantly see the tier 2 being submitted, and they gave up. And it was very stupid of them to do that. Do you know why? Because we have 2 weeks of Easter to get through. So they got impatient, and they gave up, and they started to dump, and the price went down. However, now we have seen that the tier 2 is potentially going to be accepted because it's been submitted. This is where we start to anticipate. I have been buying a whole bunch of these, all of them, both of this and this, and I knew how this was going to play out. I knew people were going to do this. I knew people were going to start throwing them on the Steam market and give up, even though they don't fully understand the full context. For at least 3 or 4 weeks, we're not going to see the tier 2 being accepted. So this happened, and I hope they realise or learn from their lessons, because, yeah, they are going to be very unhappy if this gets accepted. The reactionary nature of the Rust economy will take place, and everybody will suddenly have a spike in demand for the pre-existing pieces, that being tier 3 and, of course, the hoodie and the pants. So right now, there's 80 of these in the market, selling at a $1.10. Below the Rust store price that they're selling for, which was $1.49 if you can remember. So yep, $1.08. But have people jumped in and bought out some today? Well, it looks like quite a lot of them were bought out earlier today, and I wonder why. Well, probably because, well, you know, this appeared. This actually came out on the 9th of April, and those purchases you see here happened on April 10th. So some people noticed, some people already attacked. This is the main thing that we are keeping an eye out for. Core pieces. When we see this very likely being accepted, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if it does get accepted. All of that's going to go up in price. So look forward to it. Yeah, it's not going to be selling for these cheap prices anymore. It's going to be going up and up and up and up. So we do have Easter week 2 to go through. If you bought in now, you would be able to sell these just in time before the next Rust or rotation happens, which very likely could potentially have the tier 2. So what are you waiting for? Are you going to make a move? Are you going to try and sell yours? It's in your hands, gentlemen. It's in your hands. Are you... I guess you could say it's a risk, but even then, I don't see any other collections potentially getting any new pieces. It's in your hands. What are you going to do? Are you going to jump in, or are you just going to sit and watch? Because, yeah, something very interesting will very likely happen there, and I've already got myself nice and invested. It's in your hands. But we will be allowed to have anything good again at one point. Last 2 continuations did flop. It's awkward at the moment. There's not as many people playing, and we are expecting the bad times to happen. So people are just a bit uneasy whether or not they want to jump in and invest. So it's a little bit awkward, isn't it? Right, so we did mention a Watermelon Right helmet earlier. Well, now we've got Watermelon Tier 3, made by Mr. Lysaint. Bit goofy, isn't it? But not as goofy as this Cursed Emoji Tier 3 set. I'll move on. What's going on here? What? Right, we got the Skullguard Mask version 2 made by NFN. I don't remember this, or do I? No. Well, again, it's not a collection continuation, so nothing really to talk about. And then we have Aurum Forge face mask and chest plate. So if anything, if we don't see the likes of this being accepted, could some of these potentially be accepted? Chillag, I do like that. I do like Skullguard as well. I think that's nice and shiny. But yeah, that was all the armor and clothing. Not really tons to talk about, but yep, chat. What was your favourite armour and clothing piece? What are you looking forward to? What are you invested in? I mean, my chat's all based around investment. Of course, they're going to sit there and say the hard suit stuff. Don't say cheese taco. Cheese taco, don't say cheese. All right? Don't say cheese. Pirate stuff. Oh, yeah, that, of course. Yep. Hard suit, Battle Snake, pirate, chick suit. Chick suit wasn't this week, Glass Holio. That was last week. Whoa, stop it. 007, shut up. Glass Holio, it was that... That's Easter. That's last week. All right. So, yeah, quite a lot of interest. It's nice to see Watermelon. Which one? You didn't mention specifically. Think wisely. Talk wisely. Learn, child, learn. But yeah, lots of interesting things on the horizon. So, yeah, Sorry if I was a bit lethargic today in terms of how I talked and whatnot. I have been going through a bit of a bad head cold. 2 days ago, I couldn't even breathe through my nose. And for some strange reason, I feel really winded. So just trying my best to get through all of this. I hope we got a good idea of, a good insight for all of the collection continuations. And yeah, by default, so we've got a Rust player count. We are slowly seeing the decline, but it was expected. It was expected, We did see a peak of 156,000 people playing over this past weekend, most likely because loads of people wanted to do the Easter egg hunt stuff and whatnot, which is fun. It's goofy, it's fun, it's silly, but... oh, where'd that come from? Will it last? Because from here on now, what else is there left? There's nothing really going on in May, there's nothing really going on in June, there's nothing really going on in July, nothing really going on in August, nothing really going on in September. Oh dear. So these tend to be the months. These tend to be the months where you see a bit of a decline. But, last year, around June time, we did see the recall update come out. So will we see another recall update or something to the equivalent of that, or something really awesome being introduced for a proper update at some point in the future? Maybe. But, that would be the only real thing now that's going to cause a lot of people to jump in. Because from here on now, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a bit of a decline with the average player count and, of course, the peak player counts. But overall, we are still seeing more people playing this year in comparison to the beginning of last year. So, overall, yes, we are still seeing an increase in player count. Gradually. Still more people playing. So, yep. And gentlemen, don't forget, please go take a look at TGG's newest top picks for the Easter week 2. We went through all of these last week. Some of them didn't make it through, it seems. And some people did make it through that I haven't seen before. So that's interesting to take a look at. So if you want to go see more about that, please consider watching his video on the YouTube. That German guy, Rust Top Skins, April 2023, week 2 for the Easter. Yes. And yeah. So, last thing I will sit here and say is... the link to all of this collection right here is in my YouTube description. Just click it, go through all those skins, vote yes or no for all the skins that you liked. Please consider offering a nice comment or two, and that's as simple as that. So, yeah, we're all done. We're all good. Hope you have a lovely week. Let's go see what the next batch of Easter Week 2 skins will be accepted in 2 days' time. And then, of course, next week, April 20th, let's go see what skin continuations we'll see being accepted. Thank you all for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely week. See you later.